Hadi Om and welcome. Thank you so much for being here. This is Yamuna Devi. You know, how much of your life have you lost thinking and worrying about a situation that didn't even happen? Sometimes we stay up at night trying to create an outcome, worrying about the future, situation, people. And in the end, it doesn't go the way we think it is. We're trying to find solutions and solve things at night and we lose sleep. We lose our peace. We lose our energy. And then sleep becomes difficult. Worrying does not help us. Worrying is an energy that tries to make us believe that we are fixing things, that we are managing a situation, that we're managing the outcome of this situation, but it's not true. It's consuming our energy, it's draining us, and it's unsettling to the body, and it's harming us. It's harming our health, believe it or not. So why do we worry when a lot of the situations are not in our control? We cannot control anything. And when we think we can control a situation, actually the situation is controlling us. When we try to control someone, that which we think we can control, that person is actually controlling us. So we don't control anything. We can work on our awareness and observing the present moment, but the outcomes we have no control. We can do our part, put our energy, but the rest is out of our hands, and what will be will be. So why worry? We think it is a productive energy, and we feed that energy. And when we feed that energy of worry, it's like incessant thoughts of negativity, negative thoughts. Because worrying is always going to be a negative thought, a what if, a fear of the future, that anxiety, that panic attack. And it doesn't really solve anything. It hurts us. And we also don't put positive energy into a situation that we're actually worried about. We think that by worrying about it, we're actually fixing it. It's not getting solved. It's actually depleting your own energy. It's hurting you. So, you know, in Ayurveda, we talk about this. Worrying weakens the heart. It is one of the energies that weaken the heart. So that is why we want to take care of the heart. We want to take care of this vehicle. This vehicle, our body is more precious than anything because this vehicle is transporting our soul. It's transporting us to do what we love to do, to work, to be with our family, to function properly. But if this vehicle, our physical body, crashes down, breaks down, then what will happen, right? We have disease, imbalance. We're suffering. So we need to take care of this vehicle, this physical body. We always worry about, anything outside of us, our car, right? Our house, material wealth, material things. We put more value on the things which we can see with the eyes, physically touch. But we forget that there is this divine soul living within us that also needs to be seen, even if you cannot physically touch it, cannot physically see it, but it is invisible. It is hidden within you, and it wants you to see it, to acknowledge it, to love it. And when you acknowledge it, there's no worry, because now there is acceptance of what is, and you understand with that awareness, with your consciousness, that you cannot change anything and worrying doesn't help anything. The only thing that exists is your peace, moment to moment, and that awareness that helps you keep in check to see if there is any worry or fear or doubt or anxiety creeping in that you don't want in your body and your being, because those energies deplete you from your peace and move you away from experiencing this life. It wants you to remain in the problems. And tell me if this is not true. When you worry, there is no end to the problem. It just continues. And it doesn't matter how much people try to convince you otherwise, or even if I tell you otherwise that it's going to be okay in the end, you may not listen, because that worry wants you to continue feeding it negative thoughts, fear, anxiety, all those things, because it keeps gaining that strength and that power. Worry feeds off of fear, and fear feeds off of worry. Vice versa. They love each other. So, why worry? If you think about something in the past that you perhaps worried about in the past, a problem, a situation, do you think about that situation today? Probably not. Probably because it already got resolved. So you spend so much time and energy thinking about that problem in the past, when today you're not even thinking about that. You picked up another problem. So it's just problem after problem that in your mind you're trying to solve, but finding that solution is actually depleting your own energy. If you were to look at it from an outside perspective, ask yourself, what can I do today to help this situation? Not control the outcome, just simply, what can I do to make it better? What can I do to help myself through this process and not hurt myself? Because thinking about it and circling it is just hurting you, no one else. And the truth is, you will lose clarity. You will be in a state of confusion. Because when you worry, there's no clarity. You don't see. It's like you're in the clouds and you cannot see any light. And you're just in that space of worry. That is why in Ayurveda we work on our awareness. Awareness is key to health. Clarity, having that peace of mind for our health is so important. It's so vital. Because if you have peace of mind, you have clarity, you have energy, you have a drive to do things, but you are not working from a space of control. You are working from a space of acceptance. And that acceptance is surrender, just letting go and being and allowing what is. And you understand that you cannot control anything, that nothing is in your hands except the present moment, what you can do to improve yourself. So observe your mind. It's really important to break that cycle of worry. If you see yourself just circulating the same thoughts, the same patterns, and you don't see yourself having a way out, try to break that pattern by maybe including it will be okay. Worrying is not going to help me. I can only accept what is and allow my life to flow. And you start breaking that pattern. You may not believe it in the beginning, because remember, your mind is trained to feed off of that vicious cycle. And stress is hurting you. Stress is a poison to our body. Stress does not support us in any way. It hurts us, drains us, depletes our energy, and creates more confusion. And we become scattered, mind fluctuated. We're unaware of what's happening. And then we're more confused. And then there's more fear. So observe everything as it comes and see what you can do now. And be grateful for whatever you can do now to help that situation. The rest is out of my hands. It's out of your hands. And take care of yourself. Take care of your peace. Your peace is precious. Don't feed the worries. Don't feed those negative thoughts. Don't feed that negative pattern. Feed positive patterns that are uplifting. But I'm struggling with all these things. This is an example. My family, this happened, I had this incident, and now I can't do this and I can't help. Okay, what can you do to help this situation now with everything that you have, the tools you have now? What can you do? Think about that. With everything that you know now or that you can help with, be grateful that you can do that. You can't save someone, but you can support someone. And think that at least I can do that. This is an example. So recently I had someone that I met in the bank. He was telling me, what do you do? I was telling him Ayurveda, it's a holistic approach to finding balance in your life, in your health. And he was telling me about his blood sugar. And then I said, and he says, it fluctuates a lot. What is good for that? And I feel in my heart, I wish I could just tell him this pill has everything. And if you take it, you will be healed. But it doesn't work like that. And I looked at him and he was telling me bitter melon. And I said, yes, you can take bitter melon. That will help you. But when I look at him, I said, you can take everything you want, but it's the stress that is hurting you. He says, oh yes, I'm really stressed because my family is in another country. And my daughter's pregnant for months. And my son just had a car accident. And I cannot help them. Cannot go to my country. And my wife is there. And I'm here living alone for years. And he was telling me that he sends things over there to help with the surgery or whatever he needs, whatever the son needs. And I said, well, you're telling me of everything that you can't help with, that is difficult to help with because you're not physically present. But how about if you think about the things that you can do, the possible things that you can do now, like sending things to your children. Isn't that wonderful and amazing? You can help your family. Oh, yes, of course, but I want to be there. So I told him, but if you can't be there, then we accept what is. And we just accept what is. You know, if we continue worrying about that I cannot go and I cannot help, then you're creating more negativity in your life, more stress, and you're not helping the situation. If we start accepting and seeing the things that we can do from our end, I was telling him, then you will see how wonderful, how great all the things that you can do to help is much greater than perhaps being there present. So, important thing in that situation, he realized it, but he was still wanting to continue that circle because he's too deep into it. And I understand. So I told him, you know, everything gets solved in the end. It will be okay. And then, so this is, I'm telling you this story because we can see how we can just go deep into a situation and want to continue craving that situation, that pain, because that worry craves pain and suffering. And we become used to that pain and suffering, and it shows in our face. And actually, I asked him, do you think that stress is affecting your blood sugar, your health? He says, yes. When I monitor my blood sugar, when I'm in this space, it goes really high. It's elevated. And that worries me. And I told him, the worry is worrying you. So you see, this is a cycle. So it's not taking the herbs and the food and the diet, but also the stress, managing the mind, using our tools, our awareness. We have everything, but we are not using it. It is available to us, and it just takes a little practice. And you can practice every day, being mindful, seeing what thoughts come in. You know, is it okay to remain stuck in this space? Is this space helping me? Is it hurting me? And why am I anxious? Just observing. Or why am I irritable? Or why am I worrying so much? What is not letting me sleep? That's examples, right? So observe. Because what is worrying us is hurting us, is actually controlling us. And we're not controlling anything, even though we think we are, by worrying. So keep that in mind. Save your heart. Take care of your heart. Take care of the health of your heart and release that need to worry. A happy heart is a healthy heart. So replace that worry with joy, with happiness, with hope. Everything is possible. Everything gets fixed in the end. Just continue feeding positive thoughts and break that pattern. So I send you so much love. Thank you for being here. Adios.